Before hip-hop had its royalty, before it was polished, packaged, and propelled into the mainstream, a young boy from South London unknowingly began a journey that would shape the very DNA of rap storytelling. Born Richard Martin Lloyd Walters on January 14, 1965 in Mitcham, a working-class district of South London, Slick Rick's origins were far removed from the Bronx block parties that birthed hip-hop. The child of Jamaican immigrants, he was raised in a vibrant, multicultural household where Caribbean rhythms, West Indian proverbs, and rich oral traditions flowed freely. His home was filled with the sounds of reggae, ska, and soul, genres built on rhythm, resistance, and expression. Creativity wasn't just encouraged, it was part of everyday life. But fate delivered an early and life-altering challenge. At just 18 months old, Rick was blinded in his right eye due to a freak accident involving broken glass. What could have been a devastating handicap instead became a defining feature. Rather than hiding it, Rick would eventually turn the injury into a symbol of defiance and individuality. The eye patch he wore, first out of necessity, became a bold signature, fusing vulnerability with flair. It wasn't just a medical device, it became a fashion statement, a persona amplifier, and a cornerstone of his mystique. Long before music would give him a platform, Rick had already mastered the art of turning pain into power. When Rick was just 11 years old, his family uprooted and moved to the United States, settling in the Bronx, New York City. It was a massive cultural shift. Gone were the foggy mornings of London and the quiet buzz of British suburbia. In their place came the crackling heat of NYC summers, graffiti-laced subway cars, and the relentless thump of boomboxes echoing through the streets. But Rick wasn't just a fish out of water. He was a rare species entirely. His smooth British accent, soft-spoken demeanor, and sense of style made him stand out in a city that prized toughness and bravado. And yet, beneath that calm exterior, Rick was absorbing everything. He studied the rising art form of hip-hop like a scholar, how DJs moved crowds, how MCs controlled energy, and how rhyme could become rhythm. At Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art, he met future legends, sharpened his wit, and began crafting the persona that would one day change the game. Rick's first real shot came when he teamed up with Dougie Fresh, already a rising figure in the scene thanks to his beatboxing prowess. The song's influence stretched far beyond its playful tone. It proved that a rapper didn't have to yell or flex to command attention. They could tell a story. And Rick told it better than anyone. When Rick parted ways with Dougie Fresh and signed to Def Jam Records, it marked a new chapter. His 1988 solo debut album, The Great Adventures of Slick Rick, is now considered one of the most influential hip-hop records of all time. Tracks like Children's Story didn't just chart, they carved their place in the cultural lexicon. The song's opening line, "Once upon a time, not long ago," instantly transported listeners into a gritty fable about crime and consequence, blending nursery rhyme cadence with street realism. Other tracks like Mona Lisa and The Ruler's Back were equally rich with character, wit, and style. And yet, paradoxically, his legend only grew stronger behind bars. While Rick was physically absent from the music scene, his presence never faded. His earlier works continued to echo through clubs, car stereos, and headphones. Artists across the map sampled his tracks, referenced his lyrics, and imitated his unmatched storytelling delivery. Fans and peers alike didn't view him as a criminal who fell from grace, but rather as an icon unfairly sidelined by circumstance. His rhymes, filled with charisma, cautionary wisdom, and street-savvy flair, became sacred texts for the next generation of MCs who revered his catalog not just for its style, but for its soul. Even in confinement, Slick Rick remained a force, proof that true artistry couldn't be locked away. When Rick was finally released, he returned to the studio with a vengeance, unveiling the art of storytelling in 1999. A triumphant declaration that the master had returned to reclaim his throne. More than just a comeback, the album was a statement, a reminder that Slick Rick was still one of the genre's most original voices. Featuring collaborations with some of hip-hop's most respected heavyweights, Nas, Outkast, Raekwon, and others, the project was both a celebration of his legacy and a testament to his enduring relevance. In a musical landscape that had grown increasingly focused on bling, bravado, and radio-ready hooks, Rick's regal presence and intricate narratives served as a powerful contrast. His style referenced and reinterpreted by new generations. From Snoop Dogg to Eminem, Jay-Z to Kanye West, nearly every major figure in modern rap has, in some form, paid homage to Slick Rick, whether through direct collaborations, lyrical nods, or simply by channeling the narrative artistry he pioneered. Beyond music, Rick's legacy found vibrant new life in the worlds of fashion, pop culture, and social activism. His signature look, custom-crafted gold chains, elaborately flamboyant outfits, and his iconic eye patch transcended mere style and became lasting symbols of hip-hop royalty. Rick didn't just wear luxury, he redefined it, becoming the first rapper to embrace opulence with the confidence and flair of a monarch, rather than the stereotypical image of a street hustler. This bold self-presentation helped pave the way for future generations of artists to express themselves freely and extravagantly. As the years passed, Rick's influence only deepened. He proudly became a naturalized U.S. citizen, a milestone that represented both personal triumph and public acceptance. He took younger artists under his wing, offering mentorship and wisdom gained from decades in the industry. His contributions to culture were formally recognized by esteemed institutions like the Smithsonian and VH1, which honored his impact on music and style. In 2008, after a long battle with immigration authorities due to his earlier criminal convictions, Rick's past no longer defined him, thanks to a full and rare pardon granted by then New York Governor David Paterson. This legal victory marked a powerful turning point, sealing Rick's place not just in hip-hop history, but also as a symbol of redemption and resilience. Slick Rick is more than an MC. He's a cultural landmark. He is the bridge between reggae toasting and modern rap, between British wit and American grit. His life reads like a Shakespearean play, tragedy, comedy, exile, and triumph all in one. And even as the genre evolves, one thing remains certain. From London to the Bronx, from prison cells to music halls, Slick Rick's rise isn't just the tale of a hip-hop legend. It's the blueprint for turning adversity into art, and art into immortality.